Hi Joshua, the next mockup I need from you is a mockup I call the contract info page. So imagine that the customer has been on this page, he has chosen to book the artist and pay an amount of money, and now he gets this overview page where he can see some different things on this page. So if he clicks here, now in this case we have marked it as done, but imagine that it was not done and he get a link here where he can fill in his info. He will click on that link, just like you see here where the artist can also click here to fill it out. So he will click on that button, the customer, and what he will go to is the page you should create. So in the style and the heading and all that, it should be pretty much like what you see here. You could also, I think you could use some of the same things you have here, but it should be called your contract data or something like that in the top. Let's go and see what I have created here. On the page we need a title that says we need these info from you. And no, let me see, I'm just on the wrong page here. We need these info from you, and below it should have the it should have the event date, but it should be in a box, a text box, where the event date is already filled in. So there should be a text box, but with the event date already filled in, because we already have that data from the customer. Then we should have the location name, and that should have a text field here where he can put it in. We don't know that yet. Location address, he should be able to put that in. The zip code, he should be able to put that in. Location city also. And when should the music start is also an info he can put in here. Then we should have important contract remarks, and that should be a bigger box for inputting more text that he would like to have on the contract. And then we should just have a button saying send info. Somewhere in the right side we should have a box, a kind of an information box, which reminds him that if he needs to ask some questions to the artist, he can get the name and the surname and the phone number. So there should just be a text saying contact the artist if you have specific questions about this booking or something like that. This booking. And then below it should say name, surname for the contact person, and then the phone number. Just try to do something here. This is early stage, so we will correct it later if we need to correct it. Then we have a send button. I don't know if I said that. We have send info button here below, and then we have a different header where it should say not a header but a different title where it says we need you to approve these data we got from the artist. And right below just write we haven't received the data from the artist yet. We will send you an email when we have these data for you to approve. So that's it for this mockup. That's the customer side of things. He will see this mockup. But we also have an artist mockup we need to do, so it's two different mockups. The artist mockup is very, very similar, but it has, in the structure, it's similar, but it has different input fields. So here it also says we need this input from you, but then it has location, arrival time, number of sets, length of a set, booking fee, fee for an extra set, food and drinks for the band, and this is also a bigger text box. And then we have contact remarks, which is also a bigger text box. Then we have a question, do you want the customer to pay a deposit, parentheses, through 123 Festmusik, parentheses, stop. And there should be a way for the artist to say yes or no. If he says yes, there should be a box where he can input the amount he wants the customer to pay. And then a send info button, And also here we have the similar info box where it says contact the customer if you have specific questions about the event, and here we will input the name of the customer and the phone number of the customer. Moving down, we have the same where it says we need you to approve these data we got from the customer. But in this mockup, we actually have some data inputs. We have some data already. It will have event date. It will have these things that the customer put in here. And then in a row here, you can just input some sample example text. And then we need an approve button here on the right side. So that's it. We need two different mockups for these two different scenarios.